I hate that made it in.
What's going on?
Here I am. I'm getting into it. I'm getting ready, and then I just hear that. How am I supposed to follow up? All right.
Okay, we're good.
All right, y'all. Before we get into this has been the last 45 minutes of just us. Anyways, here we are. We are here for Bitten. Welcome, everybody. The morning comes along, and a thick fog covers all of the grassland that you had once seen after exiting from that forest. You gather your things and begin your journey, and you can see the condensation of your breath showing the early autumn weather has now arrived. Each breath is like scratches at your throat because of the cold. When you were in the forest, visibility was limited due to the surrounding trees, but now the morning fog is what obscures your vision. As the morning continues on, a chill wind picks up, numbing any exposed skin that you have, but with it, the fog dissipates. Begin to see the rolling hills of the grasslands again, partially frosted, leaving this beautiful reflection of the sun that just barely peeks through the clouds above. Leaves are breaking from the trees, floating through the air, and wonderful, vibrant early autumn flowers are beginning to bloom. But most importantly, keeping a look around, no blighters seem to be in sight. You continue traveling. A few hours into the day, and the sun finally clears through the clouds enough to where you can see. And it begins to warm up your skin and the frost from all around you, but most importantly, it begins to illuminate everything around you. Who would be looking around this environment between Elora and Royla?
I do think Royla is more prone to keeping his head on a swivel, but I think this morning, because of what Elora tried last night that didn't work, she needs a new subject. So she's scanning that fog for any silhouettes and listening for sounds. She needs something more than a hand.
Okay. As you're looking around, hoping to spot just a single blighter, easy prey, you see a cave entrance. It's not the same, but it's very similar. You're miles away from where you grew up, miles away. But there's something about it gives you that feeling of deja vu with a little bit of nostalgia. When was the last time you saw something like this?
The last time Elora saw anything even similar to the opening of a cave was when she was running for her life with her brother out of there.
Most importantly, do you tell Royla?
It depends. Who's driving the cart?
Good question.
Royla.
Great, I grab the reins.
Okay.
What do you do?
Look. And it's like a very intense, like, look. And you see her pulling down her scarf over her brand so you can't see it. And she wouldn't do that out here unless she was worried for a reason. She slides her eyes over to the cave opening and then back to you.
Royla,
All right.
same thing. But you're miles away. So this isn't the entrance, but it does look very similar.
I think the thing that comes to mind for him is the day that they finally escaped. I think he starts thinking about the smell of just smoke and what burning flesh smells like.
That's a good question. Was there a mark that was left from this fire on Royla? Or is it just an emotional mark?
I believe just an emotional one.
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor, if I may.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's a mark on Alora from that fire.
Okay.
When something happened and she tried to help someone who couldn't be helped.
So, back to Royla. You begin thinking of the fire. Where is this mark on Alora?
It is right here on the underside of her wrist, as if reaching out to help someone and someone on fire had grabbed back.
Royla, that is what your eyes go to as you begin to hear that sound of fire, the feeling of the smoke. That permanent mark and reminder of that day.
Yeah, I think taking in that moment, Royla takes back the reins and just looks and goes, "Yeah, I understand, but we have to keep moving. Just keep your wings to yourself, your markings, and we'll move accordingly."
Just, I have to go to the bathroom. Could I please? I have to excuse myself.
All right.
And she kind of
Everyone,
hops
take a
off.
break.
She does. You see, Royla. You do see she wraps up. You make sure that like her brand's closed. Her wings are up under her multiple shawls and blankets. So she is being as careful of you as you've asked her to be. But I'm going to kind of diverge and go off into the fog, not directly towards the cave because I don't want to alarm Royla, but I'm going to go off to find some privacy and then kind of circle back near it to investigate.
Oh, you're going to try and go near it without Royla seeing?
You said the fog was pretty dense.
The fog has been blown away by this now wind.
Oh, then no, I won't go super near it, but I am still heading toward it, so I'm sure Royla would see that because I have to do something, whether he wants me to or not.
Okay. You begin walking towards this cave entrance. It's a little ways off, but not too far. About 200 feet away. So, begin walking off the trail. Does Royla do anything?
I don't think so, because realistically it's too far.
Right.
I think he's
This
going
is
to
not
go,
the same.
Yeah, so I think he's probably going to go talk to Crucible in the meantime.
Okay. So, you walk up to the cave entrance and taking a look around. Doesn't seem like anything is nearby. You walk up to the cave entrance and find that there is a small stench coming from there. Nothing of death, but something is living inside of here.
Okay. Then I think at that, she would take a couple of steps back and then take a knee and begin crafting something as quickly as she can. She wouldn't take more than 4 minutes total for this process, but it needs to be done. And she begins weaving flowers together into a crown. And she lays it at the entrance to the cave and says, I will always be so sorry that I wasn't godly enough to save you, Sume. I'm trying. I'll never stop trying. And she'll put a hand over those flowers and just kind of press them into the soil, those red and white flowers braided together, and then she will head back to the cart. I think, though, she is, like, shooting glances. It's so odd seeing a cave entrance because it doesn't matter how far away they are. We were taught growing up that if our world needs the sun to survive and the plants soak in that sun, cave systems are the veins. They are more vast and connected and darker and deeper than you first expect. She will not make the mistake of underestimating those caves again. So she'll head back to the carriage, but she is sparing glances over her shoulder every other step.
Okay. Is there anything else we would like to spotlight before continuing the journey?
I'm assuming we all saw this, right? I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you took 4 minutes. Royla, what's she doing? Who's that for?
Listen, and Royla kind of like tightens up his blue scarf that's around his neck. Listen,
I want one.
you
You think she'd make me one?
sure? She told you about how we grew up, right?
I mean, not really. Was it different than how most children grow up?
Yeah, it was very bad. And
Okay.
We've always been worried that one day the family that we grew up with, that we ran away from, that one day they might
Right.
try to come back and find us.
Oh, they.
So,
Oh, is that why it was bad? Your family?
yeah. And
They-
listen, just if anyone's ever coming after us, just make sure they don't get to her.
Well, I
That's who
won't
they
let them
want.
get either of you.
No, just they can't
Why?
hurt her.
Why? You're giving me lots of vague answers, Royla, and I'm very curious. So
I know they were fanatics.
how
They had their
so?
beliefs about the world and how it works, and
And what's Alora got to do with those beliefs? I can feel her shaking her head behind me, but I'm a trustworthy person, all right? I can feel you, Alora. I feel your eyes straight through the back of my skull.
Okay, well then don't make me shoot lasers out of them then.
Can you do that? I would
No,
not be
I can't
surprised.
do that.
You've got wings all of a sudden too. You can probably do lasers.
It's not all
You'll
of a
have
sudden.
to permit Sybil's curiosity. That's carried over since she was a child.
I'm
That's
trying
not
to figure
about
out more of what they actually want. People say what they want, but what they actually need, I'm not quite sure. And then he pulls out this old runic book. I took this before we left, but it is written in some sort of tongue. It's very, very old.
All right.
It's like almost like runic root language of
Okay.
older languages, but they're deciphered with a codex, and I don't have that. So
Okay.
I've been trying to crack this thing for years, hoping that maybe it'll give us more answers. But
And you think
until
it says
then, we
something
don't know
about-
what they want.
You think it says something about Alora?
Possibly, but until we're able to figure out what it says, it's out of my wheelhouse.
Okay. I think Crucible very much appreciates the clarity. And I think she kind of pivots on her heel toward Alora and walks up to her. Says, I don't know why you thought you couldn't tell me before. I know you think I'm a little tricky and a little bit silly, but I'm like a really good person. Really good. You can trust me. I won't let anyone hurt you.
I think Alora hears you, because you've probably said something similar, like, oh yeah, we're friends. Yeah, I'll see you later, and stuff like that. But this being this direct after being given some more information is really important. And I think Alora nods and her hand slips into her pocket and she pulls out a couple of flowers and says, well then, since we're very good friends and
Yes.
both incredible people of good character.
Incredible. Highest. Yes, moral.
Couldn't go
character.
higher.
Couldn't go higher at all. No.
I suppose I should get you started on a crown for yourself.
Yes, please.
Would anyone else like one? And she kind of like yeah.
I knew you would snatch.
figuring Snatch would say yes.
I knew it.
Very good. We will all add that to our list of personal projects to work on as he climbs
Yes.
back inside of the car.
Royla,
Yes.
he's gonna like kind of slide on over to you and pull out a piece of fabric.
Yeah.
I heard your sister was talking about shooting lasers out of their eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what lasers are, but when things come out of my eyes, this helps.
What is it?
It's a fabric. It's real soft.
This is
Well, I appreciate it. I'll be sure to be on the lookout for that.
Oh, just you can give it to her. A lot of people seem to be talking to her, and I don't want to overwhelm.
Right, that's fine. You want to sit up here with me?
Just immediately.
Very Snatch thing to do.
Wait, you flew up to the chair, or if you flew off into the sky?
I flew up into the chair. Like I just.
Oh, good. This
Oh, okay. Got it.
Crucible sees this
Nice.
and is beaming because you've just had that conversation, and this is the absolute best that she could have hoped for.
It's gonna be that corny thing with like somebody's like, next time in a situation, try this. It'll make you feel better. Like he's gonna acknowledge that and just look at you and go.
All right, you are going to be my co-captain for this leg of the trip. Let's get going.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Oh,
Crucible.
Cheers.
sword.
Just Captain Morgan pose.
Right as the wagon starts moving again, I produce a familiar ring from my pocket. It's a ring that I would have given Sybil multiple times throughout our travels that is deeply personal for me, but it's not the reason that I'm giving it. As I hold it in my hand, I would like to cast Rune Ward so that there's a little bit of magic and protective energy in the ring. And then I'm going to hand it to Sybil. Just in case things get rough, just focus on it, and it should protect you. You used to wear this all the time when you were younger. Figure with us being on the road again, it might be proven to be a small comfort.
Oh, you don't need this much time to pass to give me a ring to spend time with. Torin, it's been so long since I've worn it. Because I've missed you for some time, my friend.
I've been here.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You said you don't live with me. I would happily come over for dinner or anything. I'd help you clean up your depression mess if you wanted. Anything at all.
That means a lot. I wouldn't want to take that energy from you.
That's not what friendship is, Torin. It's not.
Just take the ring. Please.
Fine.
Thank
If you really would like a conversation to end, that's fine. I put it on, I know.
Well, considering how our last conversation ended, this was a nicer one.
I thought people were supposed to say, "Will you marry me?" when they traded rings.
It's not that. It's not that kind of ring.
Kind of ring. It's not
It all depends. It all depends on context, really.
After
Any oats?
having that stern
Yes,
moment, after having that stern moment, just mechanically, you can spend a hope, and you can reduce incoming damage by 1d8.
Ooh,
Wow, okay.
nice. Cool.
Thank you.
God dang.
Thank you.
Well, with this short break over, you continue traveling, and after quite a few more hours, you arrive at the checkpoint that is on the map and that Crucible is able to guide you to, and you find it broken and battered. The stables have collapsed, and the perimeter walls have broken down, missing some of their planks in other areas. You can attempt to fix this, trying to set up camp here, but there also seems to be some open area ahead, some farmland, possibly a farm, if you would like to try your luck there. It is up to you.
All right, run those by me again, Chief. So we gotta.
Sure. The checkpoint that you came to was battered and broken. The stables were completely broken down and collapsed. The perimeter wall was pretty much broken, so it wouldn't really do much. The cabin is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But you entered into an area of farmland.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a farm nearby. You do see like farm reaching out, and then other side of the trail, another farmland of like tilled dirt. You could try your luck somewhere else, or you can just stay here.
Well, what do you all think? Don't be shy.
I was going to ask you that first, actually. You beat me to it.
Oh, really? Wow, fantastic. Well, I mean, I could attempt to fortify. There's like a gap in like the fencing to it, essentially.
There's like a span of probably around like 20 feet of like broken wall, and then there's also like missing planks in different areas. So you could spend probably around, to fix a planks, it would probably be like less than an hour, but to fix the actual broken wall, it'd be a span like probably 2-3 hours.
I could plug the gap, the biggest gap, I have a spell that allows me to create a giant spike of ice. So I could use that to be able to plug the gap if we'd like, and then everyone else can work on filling the minor patches in between. Unless you all wanted to see if there was farmland nearby and check for supplies.
I could... Snatch and I could just go check. Maybe...
I would also be okay with scouting ahead on the ground if you need me to. I know you people can just fly, whatever. I can be...
Sybil.
What?
I can take someone with me, darling. Would you like to come on a flight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
One rule.
Yes.
Don't get any more
Claws
excited than
in.
you currently are.
Okay.
We're going flying!
Close. Wait! He's beating me! Get me up!
She's gonna just stand and look down at you. What did I say? What did I say?
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I got excited. Okay, fine.
And then I look over to Royla and it's like, I don't see anyone around. A quick
very
flight.
And chill about this. I'm not at all excited. I don't get excited over such trivial things. Stop yelling.
Scout, if you see anything, then come get us, and then we'll join along.
Of course.
I am Captain.
And I'll open my arm so you can just kind of side in. You're smaller, and I'll just kind of like, and then take off my shawls. I fold them neatly and put them in the back of the cart first, and then we take off. And it's certainly not like Snatch's what I imagine. Please correct me. Like, no, Snatch, flavor your flight pattern for me so I know what I'm saying.
He flies like a dragonfly.
Yeah.
So it's like VTOL flight where it's just he's up in the air, just kind of all over.
Incredible. Okay. Yeah. Alora's is much more of a soar because her wings are so big. So you get a very clear view. And she will, if you're not getting excited, she will do like a little slow barrel roll around Snatch in the air.
Woo!
How do you not get excited from that?
Don't get excited.
So I'm going to be so for real with you. I think truly this is maybe the most, Crucible has very humble beginnings, and this may be one of the most ethereal experiences she's ever had. I think it's that open mouth, but it's smile, but it's not a laugh because it's kind of trapped in here because there's so much awe with it. So it doesn't come out. I almost think she might cry a little bit just because this is just beautiful. This isn't like anything she's ever experienced.
I do think if you're crying, Alora is enough of a caretaker to just assume that it's the wind because you're a first-time flyer. You don't know that how that stuff affects you.
Yeah.
So she just very gently uses one of her scarves to just brush that off, and she goes, "You must steel yourself against the breeze. You must become the wind against your face. Embrace the air, and then push yourself."
Push myself.
Where would you like to go?
So,
Anywhere.
as you are flying around,
no, you're gonna ruin
I will
this,
say,
aren't you, Johnny?
I'm not gonna just
Hey,
Nice moment. We're trying to have.
Have I ever done anything wrong to you in this entire campaign?
Editor?
That's fair. That's fair. Throw all the bad things that I did.
Hi,
Maybe-
that's me.
maybe.
I'll do that. I've been doing that. It'll be fine.
I just wanted to say, let's do an instinct roll to see what you can spot from your vantage
All right.
point. I will say that you let's do the group action roll. So what ends up happening is one person can helm this roll, and then the other two will roll as well, and then can boost it or decrease it depending on the roll.
Real quick question: do our hope and stress and stuff reset? Because I still have it from last game.
Right. So that is one thing that we needed to do from the rest that you had. You get to do 2 moves. You get to clear all stress, clear all hit points, gain a hope, or if you do it with somebody else, you gain 2 hope each. And then you can clear your armor slots, and you can work on a project during a long rest. And I think that's it.
So I get to keep the hope that I have, right?
You get to keep the hope. You always get to
Yes.
keep the hopes that you have, no matter what. You always keep them, unless you use them. So then you can clear that stress if you'd like as one of your moves, and then the other move you can do something else with it, like gaining a hope if you'd like. So, yes.
I would like to just kind of help, and I don't mind whoever else is at the helm, but I would love to help because I'm mostly focusing on like coaching Sybil through their first flight experience. So I'll just help.
I
so
feel
if you-
like I
if you
should
help-
also.
If you want to help, you can add a d6 to this roll by spending a hope if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay.
I kind of like the narrative feel that the 2 flyers are like more focused. I kind of
That
like
in your pipe and smoke it.
Johnny.
What warranted this?
I kind of like
Still trying
the
to find the guy.
the narrative that the 2 flyers are more focused on like making sure that Sybil has a good time and like. So I would love to help
I love
as
that.
well and let Sybil like look. You take this all in. You're the one that's looking.
Okay.
Okay, so then
So
Sybil,
So
roll your instinct.
So I did.
Multiple
Before you told me it was a group
allies?
roll, I did roll, and it was a 16 with hope, but I didn't add anything to it yet.
So that's a 24 with hope, because with Meadow's advantage roll, which, Noir, I'm not trying to take away from you, but if you did spend a hope to roll a d6, it would just, I mean, Meadow rolled a 6. There's no better than that. So
you
I'm
gotta,
just, the only
you gotta
reason why I'm
convince
saying,
me to keep a hope. Like,
cool, okay. I just want to make sure that you didn't think that I was just completely fucking ignoring you. Like,
oh man, my resource. No, like,
oh no. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So, 24 with hope is a incredible roll. As you're all flying, you see a broken, dilapidated farm, another one, and then finally you see this farm that has a perimeter wall around it, but a gate is open, and it leads out to what you find to be this large farm with broken and wilted crops.
Oh boy.
As you're getting closer, you see there is a small cabin at its center, and then a large barn probably around 40 feet away from that. In front of the cabin, you see this like livestock pen. Just next to a large plow. Inside this livestock pen, you see there are walking blighters.
Okay. All right. There are some blighters down. Not to interrupt this lovely moment that I was having. For some reason, it just feels like a narrator just came in and was just like, "Hey, screw your lovely perception of the world. There's some death right down there." And so now I'm looking at these blighters on the ground.
How many do you see, I wonder?
How many do I see, Johnny?
Inside of that like livestock pen, you see 5
5.
walking around.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? With a 24, I'll say you even notice that their arms have been cut off.
Whoa. All right.
Is this a zoo?
That's different. Hey, you need one, don't
Michelle
you?
Pfeiffer.
Yes.
I mean, it's ideal to get one without its arms, I would say.
Well, let's go inform our group that we found something interesting.
Okay.
Snatch,
yeah.
meet us back on the ground when you would like some sweetbread, darling.
you just see the wings stop, and it's just a free fall.
Oh, okay. And there he goes. All right, back to the ground. We're going back to the ground.
All right.
So what I'm thinking is 2 2x4s, and then we just kind of plank them up, right? And then we move that to the left. No, fuck that.
Boys!
Shouldn't leave. That's gonna leave
Spell
the
boys!
space there. So we took
We
2
returned
other
from the
planks. Yes.
sky.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, we
What'd you
found some blighters, actually.
Armless
Yes.
lighters.
Harmless.
In a pen.
A pen. Yes.
Sweet
As if they'd been put there. Start giving you as many pieces as you want.
Just gonna.
How
put this
did
out
the
there.
location look in comparison? Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh no, please.
Well, they have a pen, and it is a fenced-in farm. Nothing's growing or anything, but it stands to reason if someone's gotten them corralled in such a way that maybe someone's gotten a handle on the situation, someone we might want to talk to. And at this moment, I slide my eyes over to Torin, and then back to you, Royla.
Johnny, did
Well,
we
it's
see
just a-
any signs of life down there? Like, other than the blighters?
Not that you could see.
Not that we can
Not
see.
from that vantage point.
Okay, okay.
Could be worth investigating.
Yeah, but just be prepared that this
Certainly
person
someone
doesn't
interesting.
want visitors.
Doesn't
If
want
they're still
blighters, at
around.
least.
That's fair. Well, they're skilled enough to take a group of them and
Yeah,
disarm
skilled,
them. Literally.
skilled enough to disarm them,
Literally.
but not kill them. It's
That means it
interesting.
was a choice.
What do you think they use them for?
Only
Hunting.
one way to find out.
Defense
Hunting?
reasons. Other people,
Chew?
bandits, self-defense as a alarm system.
People
I
are
don't
getting more and more creative.
Maybe they're
They really
friends.
Maybe they're friends.
I think
Maybe they are.
that we are assuming very nice things about whoever stays in that farmhouse.
I didn't say they were nice, I said they were creative.
Let's
There's a difference.
move stealthily and make our way as close as we can.
Aye, aye.
The sun is slowly reaching the horizon, and the evening is starting to turn into, or the afternoon is starting to turn into evening. It was only like a 20-minute travel from where the checkpoint is to that farm. And as you reach that spot, there is a offshoot trail that leads up to the farm. You have a horse and cart, so this will be a little difficult, but I would say go ahead and just do we're gonna do a group stealth check. Not stealth check. That's D&D. We're gonna do finesse roll for everybody.
Got it.
Whoever wants to, this will be a group action roll, so that means that one person will helmet, everybody else rolls, and then we'll up and down depending on the. Noir, you want to do it?
You might want to let me do it.
Okay.
Oh, well, hold on. Now which one's stealthier? Crucible or Snatch?
Well, in the daytime, it's easily Crucible, but at night when the
At
moon's up,
night time.
it's my friend.
All right, we'll
Fair.
take your lead.
Okay.
All right.
So everybody roll a finesse roll.
Okay.
God. I mean, oh, yay.
And just so you know, the rolls that are not the regular roll do not give me fear, so it's not like a gotcha kind of.
That's fine because fear is still banned, Johnny.
Oh, right. Of course. Sorry.
Dang. I rolled a 19 with hope, but I guess it's not with hope.
No, it's with hope. You got it.
Oh,
you got it.
yeah, I get to keep a hope.
Yeah, you get it.
Wait, so we still earn hope off of these rolls? But you don't earn
Oh,
fear?
yes. Sorry. So Snatch is going to get that hope because Snatch is the one that's leading the roll.
Oh, okay, good.
All the other rolls don't do anything.
Torin.
God.
At least that's what I remember. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna look that back up. But for now,
Also, just as a reminder, I have advantage on rolls to move without being hurt
okay.
because I am a Lightfoot.
So then go ahead and roll.
Hey,
an
I'm a
advantage
Lightfoot
D6.
too.
Buddies. I knew I loved
so
you.
great. You should
You want me to roll as well? Oh, again? Or no? Wait, are we just
Roll a
boosting up?
D6.
D6.
You roll a d6 for it.
Gotcha.
Do I also roll that? Well, since
So
we're both
5.
Lightfoot?
Since you have advantage, yes, because Crucible's D6 will not affect your roll. It's just
Gotcha.
whether or not Crucible can pass. Cujo, I need to know. What'd you roll?
It wasn't double ones. But
Which
it
would be a good
was
thing.
a 1 and a 2.
Oh, that's
Incredible.
That is
So
a bad thing.
The
That would
absolute
be-
lowest you can get.
A 4 with hope.
Oh, well, there you go. That's good. Okay. So that brings down. Yeah. So Noir, what was your total?
My total is 23 with hope.
Me too.
Christ. Okay.
Hey, besties!
All right. So those two rolls, meaning Cujo, Kelly, your two rolls are going to kind of counteract each other. So it's a straight roll, which is still 23. Meadow, what'd you roll?
18 with hope.
18. Okay, cool.
Hell
That'll
yeah.
bump it up. And then Daniel.
17 with hope.
Okay, so that'll bump it up as well. Okay, cool. So we got a 25 with hope.
That's strong.
That's very strong.
It's good stuff.
I guess this is a great point. Snatch, how do you lead the group stealthily in this?
As a rogue, anytime that I'm hidden, I'm cloaked. So I think one of the things that happens is, I think he is genuinely just asking the shadows to help his friends do what he knows how to do. So, like, if there's a moment where Torin, like, is about to, like, bump into something or step on twigs or do something to give it away, he just goes, "Shadows, please!" And the sound gets muffled by the darkness.
Okay.
So basically, the entire time we're stealthing, it's just the shadows focus on me. Eventually, they just give up moving. They just stay on and just keep going. Why is it so
They're like,
dark? I don't understand.
This guy, am I right? You don't even.
If the moon could roll its eyes.
So you successfully make it to the perimeter gate here. It's not the best gate, but it's definitely sturdy enough to handle some blighters if they were to come. You enter into these walls, closing the gate behind you. I don't know. But what you see is that same livestock pen with the 5 blighters moving around and a large plow that is currently down. And now you see these harnesses that are attached to it. You also see one of them attached to it, arms intact. And then the cabin nearby, you see the doors opened and the barn doors are closed.
Do they just pull it until their arms fall off and then they find a new one?
You can see that the harness is like a parachute harness where it's not like holding on from the arms. It's just
gotcha.
like a backpack
Okay.
almost.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a light coming from the barn that's closed? No, it's not.
Let's see. Hold on. I just have to see if it's okay. I'm gonna spend a hope to make another arcane eye. Just manifest in my hand and then send it slowly and as stealthily as possible, sticking to the shadows, to see if I can investigate without us getting closer. If there's anybody that's like actively up and about or anything like that.
As your arcane eye moves forward, you begin to hear the labored breaths of this blighter attached to the plow. You also see, hidden behind the plow from your vantage point, is a bloody scene of another blighter. These arms have been cut. And you see a face covering that has been torn, I guess is the best way to put it. Then, as you see that, moving towards the pin, you see there are all of those blighters, also with head coverings that completely cover their face. All of those are intact.
We need to go.
Why?
Wow. What's wrong? You see something?
Whoever's here is using them like livestock.
That's not very nice.
There's coverings affixed to their face. It's not just that their arms are gone, it's so much worse.
Maybe we ask them to stop then?
I think the second Torn starts having this conversation, Crucible's eyes are darting to make sure no doors open anywhere that we haven't been spotted, so I'm just keeping an eye out while this is happening.
Yeah. Go ahead and do an instinct roll.
Sure.
Royal is switching to his staff, his magic staff instead of his gauntlets.
Where is your arcane eye at this moment?
I think it was over by the pen, right?
Yeah. So if I were to draw a map from top view, you guys came in from the south, and the pin is kind of in the center, and then just to the I guess this would be, your west. To the west, you see that cabin, and then just past that, you see the barn. The heavy plow is like intersecting between you and the pin, and then there is that blighter just attached to the plow, and then the blighter that's dead on the ground with the torn face coverings, and then, like I said, the pin at the bottom.
I got a 14 with hope.
Sorry, I was setting it up opposite. You came from the north, so then everything would be that way. Sorry. Say that roll again.
14 with hope. But also a quick question.
14 with hope.
We keep talking about a plow. What is being plowed? What is being grown here? Is there anything being grown here?
Sure. After looking at the farm behind you of the dead crops and broken stems and uncared for land, it doesn't look like it's been taken care of for a while.
Are you sure they're even still here? There could be incredible resources here, things we could use, something to keep ourselves from getting bitten, but not, of course, not like this. We should look around. We shouldn't leave.
There's a moment where Torin's sight comes back to his body, and he looks at Allura like he's ready to say something. Fine. Let's.
How far away are we from the front door?
From the front door of the cabin, I would say probably around like 40 feet, 50 feet.
The 14 does
So that would
everything.
be close? Far. Close is 30 feet. Far would be like up to 100. So you're like far.
Okay. Well, I guess to give us a little bit of cover, I will attempt to cast Mysterious Mist. So I make a spellcast roll of 13 to attempt to cast a temporary fog that gathers around within the very close range. So it'll give us like 10 feet of movement without being seen, because everything is heavily obscured within it. So, wish me luck. That is. Oh no. Well, that's a 13 with fear. Exactly.
Okay. Real quick, Johnny, he went, oh no, and I saw your head go. That's why we give you shit.
Slander. Absolute slander. You create this mist, and I will say that as this mist appears around you, you begin to hear, and if you're able to look through the mist as it's being conjured, you begin to see the one blighter that is attached to the plow is starting to stand up. And as it does, it begins approaching the mist, and then you see it stuck. As you find that harness is connected to a rope that is connected to that plow. So it tries to move forward, reaching, but can't move anymore.
Because also the front gate was wide open too.
Front gate was wide open.
I struggle with that blighter that is stuck. I struggle with it.
I want to go in the barn.
Okay. You begin flying over towards the barn.
I think, like, as I fly over my friends, it's just gonna be, Crucible, I'm going to the barn.
Okay, you could have told me that before you went. All right. Okay. That's fine.
You land at the barn, and this is a very basic type of barn. There's no windows. It's just like that one door that's in the front that slides back and forth.
I heard they had big animals called cows in these.
Crucible covers Snatch, I think. If Snatch is flying ahead, Crucible is not far behind.
Okay. So in order to get to the barn, you will have to pass this plow, and you could go like a arched way around the cabin if you'd like, Crucible, to keep away from the plow. Up to you.
Sure. I mean, I'll take that level of caution to stay away from the plow.
Okay. Okay, so you go around. Nothing seems to come after you.
Okay. Seems to. Nothing seems to. Wording, Johnny.
Snatch, you find your way. You find yourself at the front of this barn. The doors are currently closed, and you see the handle for the barn is completely tied up, and you can see a large lock on it.
I would like to ask the lock to unlock itself, please. If that
Incredible.
is me using the rogue thing.
Yeah. Is there like a roll that you have to do with that or anything?
I have pick pool. You have advantage on action rolls to pick non-magical locks, disarm non-magical traps, or steal items from a target, either through stealth or by force.
Amazing. All right, so then I will say this would be finesse, I believe, or no, this would be control. No, not control. That's a Candela Obscura thing.
It would
finesse.
be finesse, yeah. All right, and I get my little advantage. Oops, only one advantage. Stop adding dice to be played. Okay, there we go. 26 with critical success.
Nice. Hell yeah.
26.
I rolled 2 10s and a 3, so 26
Incredible.
critical success.
Amazing.
He just looks at the lock. I'd like to go in, please.
You see the shadow reaching up from the ground to just reach into the large lock opening, and then it opens.
I look at the moon and go, "Thank you."
Crucible, this is about the time that you regroup with Snatch.
Do I see Snatch do this?
Go ahead and do an instinct roll.
Okay. That's a 12 with hope.
He's not being sneaky.
Okay, well then yes, I would say you're able to see it. You're able to spot the shadows beginning to reach up, and then
Snatch.
Huh? Yes.
I had a friend named Nicholas who would have loved you.
I think I'd like to meet Nicholas.
I'm sure he would love that too.
The door is open. It wasn't originally, but I asked really nicely and it opened up for me.
This is amazing. It's amazing. Do you hear anything inside?
I wasn't listening. I was listening to you. I'll listen now.
I'm so sorry. I'll stop talking.
No, it's
All
fine.
right, let's both listen. We'll listen together on 3.
All right, 1,
2,
2,
3.
so you could do. One of you can helm this this instinct roll, or you could help. You can do.
I am helping.
Spend a hope. Okay, great. So then go ahead, Kelly. Roll an instinct, and then yes.
I will spin that hope.
The temptation to be the least roguish person ever, and as they were listening, just be like, "What are we talking about?"
I got a 6.
I got a 19.
Y'all are rolling hot. Okay, great. So
19
25.
with fear, though. A 19 with fear, though, I will say.
Hey, I think this is Snatch's first crit on that asking the lock to do the thing. Hey, I finally joined you all.
Inside, you, as the lock unlocks, and as you slowly begin or quietly begin talking to each other, and then you put your ear to the door.
My feline ears twitch.
You begin to hear some sort of movement inside.
Does it sound like shuffling or like steps?
It sounds like shuffling.
Snatch, back it up. I don't think it's good, Snatch. I don't think it's good. We should get out of here.
I don't.
What's it smell like? Does it smell like anything?
In order to get any sort of smell, you would have to crack it open a little bit.
I crack it open a little bit.
Snatch! I asked the smell question. I asked the smell question. Not you. Me.
We love that. Okay, you said I'm kidding. Are you? So you're not.
It's okay if you want to. If you want
Please.
I'm gonna do
Okay, great. Amazing. We love it. Okay.
I'm gonna do the bad thing.
All right, listen, I think we should back.
My question for you is, how are you opening it? Are you opening it like where you're gonna look and try to like sniff at the same time? What are you doing?
I'm doing the full Scooby-Doo, like peeking my head in there.
Incredible. We love it. Begin to
The survival
take off the rope.
instincts are just not there.
You begin to take the lock and rope off and slide this open. Go ahead and do just a finesse roll.
This life is amazing when you greet it with
Gorilla and I are in the back talking about magic.
You're still in my little cloud, like, all right, we got to figure out the most careful way to get over and through this place to the front.
I do trust fully in Crucible and Snatch and their abilities with stealth.
Oh no.
They're
never going to let us lead again.
I love how you sung the song of the person that dies first in that musical. It's amazing. So,
you can relax, my friend. Wait 1 second. I was so panicked I forgot to roll. That's a 19 with fear.
Oh, that's good. Good roll, though. Good roll.
Good shit.
You open the door, and it's very dark inside.
Oh, yay.
But
What's the smell?
you're immediately hit with a stench of death
Oh,
and rot.
of course.
And as you're looking inside, you do see figure 1 moving.
1.
And then slowly beginning to walk towards the entrance.
Snatch.
And then you begin to hear,
Close the door. Snatch. Snatch, close the door.
Oh,
Snatch, close the door.
goodbye.
okay,
Nope.
okay. So,
Thank you for being polite to the blighter.
thank you for being politised to the blighter. Just bringing that right on back.
We're so good at this. We're so good at this.
So,
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
you hear
What was that?
a just thud against the barn door.
All right. Well, we didn't like this farm anyway. Right? We can
Yeah,
just go.
we could just go. All right.
We can just go. We tell them we saw nothing. We tell them we saw nothing, and we
saw
leave.
nothing.
And we never did anything. We never opened any doors. We never talked to anyone. We didn't say sorry. Close the door. Nothing. We just nothing was here. And we go.
Okay.
We go.
Sounds good to me. All right.
Yes.
Off we go.
We can. Okay.
Okay. You
Pitter patter. Pitter
you
patter.
begin making your way back towards the party. Meanwhile, the 3 of you, what are you all doing
So Royla's
while
got
this
his
happened?
wizard staff. It's like a 5 foot long wizard staff that he crafted himself. And at the top of it, it's just billowing out like a night mist from the top of it.
Love
And he's
that.
just like, all right, so I guess when they get back, do we try checking at the front door? Or...
Oh, for supplies.
Yes. Supplies.
Was that not what we just said?
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like everyone else has different ideas of what we're supposed to be
Well,
doing here.
No, I
feel
think we're
like
all
it's
on the same
important to
page.
be on the same page. Royla, can you see out of the mist fog? Like, did we see them over by the barn, or is it like
The spell
so thick we
doesn't
can't-
say. It just
I would
says
say-
we're obscured.
I would say no.
Okay, cool. Then,
Yeah.
in that case, I would say, then yes, we should wait for them to get back and then explore further together once we have their information. Johnny, I'm lying. So let me know when they get back and we
Love
start
that.
moving. Thank you.
I'm lying.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing here. We can.
Torin, you are the only one that has eyes outside of this cloud. Would you like to look through that?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Where are you going with this arcane eye?
I'd like to keep an eye.
You said the thing.
God damn.
Roll credits.
Everybody gets
Yep, that's it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
We beat Bitten. I think there's still a protective instinct that I have for Crucible. So maybe not immediately nearby because it's Torin. He doesn't want it known that he is still feeling protective. So I imagine maybe like 15 feet up and sort of aimed down to kind of like sweep across the area.
Yeah. Okay. So then you're taking a look at everything. Did you go to the cabin at all? Are you looking inside of there at all?
I would like to investigate the cabin. Basically, once I can confirm that, like, okay, they're at the door, they're doing the thing, it should be okay. I don't see anything
It's
like out and about.
should be
It's
fine.
nearby, so it would be like
Okay.
30 feet away. So you're not
Okay.
going far in order to
All
go
right.
here. Okay. So the front door of the cabin is open.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna communicate to Royla and Elora. I can see inside if you want me to.
Please.
Yeah, just do a quick scout.
And I will make my eye slowly slip into the open cabin door.
As it floats into this cabin, you can smell and sense everything through this, right?
Let them see. That you can move anywhere. You can see through the orb as though you're looking up from its position. I believe it's sight only.
Okay, so you can see. Then you see flies. And following them to the left side of this cabin, you find a table set for 6, 1 plate on it, and food that is half eaten, that is rotted and molded, with flies all around it. To your right, you see bunk beds, and then 1 larger bed, almost like a studio apartment. There's no walls here. It's just an open space. And in the far left corner, you see a stove with, burnt wood inside of it, with a few different chairs in front of it, but 2 main chairs just in front of that stove. Nothing else inside.
I'll relay the information.
Family.
Was a family.
I guess the question is, what took them out?
Look around you. If it wasn't blighters, it could be any number of things.
All right. Well, once they get back, we'll...
And that is when the 2 of them return.
Oh. I'll bring the eye back to the fog.
So, do we check for supplies, or do we go back and fortify?
Well, what do you think, Snatch?
There was a chomper in the barn.
Okay, I was going to say that. I was going to tell you. I got a little nervous.
Did you all lock the door?
It wasn't. We did. Okay.
I saw you unlocking the door.
We did unlock the door. We said hello, and then we closed the door.
And I said goodbye.
But did you lock the door back?
We did lock the door, right, Snatch?
Was I supposed to lock the door?
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. We locked the door.
Civil.
Yes. I thought we locked the door. I really did.
Really quick.
I mean, I really did. I thought we locked the door.
If you were going... You didn't say that you locked the door. However, if you would have locked the door, you could have locked the door.
Snatch would absolutely not have locked the door.
Oh, I know that. I am not talking to you, Noir. I am talking to you, Kelly.
Noir, we read you a mile away.
You're good.
I would have.
I don't think you'll ever lock a door, so you're fine. So, Kelly, do you think that...
I think Crucible would have. I think Crucible would.
Cool. Then the door is locked. You were fine.
Okay. We saw. We only saw 1 in there, right, Snatch? Just 1?
Just 1 chomper, and he hit his head on the door when we were leaving.
It's a bit odd. Why would they have put just a single blighter in there?
Maybe he was bad. Maybe it's like time out.
They all get kind of bad eventually.
Did he have his arms?
Did he have his arms, Johnny? He did have his arms, yes.
Both of them.
You know, Elora, I mean, it might... I'm sorry, Royla, I know you might not like this kind of talk, but I know certain folks amongst our group are looking to perhaps take a closer look at blighters, and we only saw one in there. He does have arms, but
I could ask them to stop moving if that helps.
Crucible, do an instinct check.
okay.
Oh no.
That's a crit. I got 2 2s.
Tutus.
I will give you the choice.
Okay.
Are you the only one that notices that Elora is not there? Or do you think that everyone notices at the same time that Elora is not there? You got a crit, so you get to decide this part of the story.
I swear to God, girl, you should get the damn
This is my new friend who just maybe an hour ago gave me a very beautiful gift that even though we are in a tense situation, I'm still thinking about it. And I think I'm the only one who notices.
Okay. So you say something to Elora, but then Snatch quickly responds, and that part of the conversation is left.
Poor chap just kept hitting his head on the barn door.
We will leave this conversation to look at Elora. What is Elora doing as she slips out of this mist cloud?
I think she is just stepping backwards, step by step, waiting for Royla's to call her name and get her back into the cloud. And when she's fully out of the cloud and nothing has been said, books it for the plow with the one zombie that is tethered and harnessed.
Okay.
She's already reaching for the little pretty vial.
Amazing.
I hate this. My heart is pounding. I feel like I can hear my heart louder than I can hear you. Am I shouting? Does anybody else hear jazz music?
This is what
you want. Sweating?
I did this for you. I am not responsible for anything that happens right now. I did this for you. This is what you wanted.
Immediately as you begin to approach, it obviously sees you approaching it. So it's holding a harness, it's still trying to reach, and you have all of you have been hearing this this whole time, almost like a drone in the background. So it seeing you and continuing to do that doesn't really ring any alarms for anyone. How do you approach it as it's reaching for you with its harness on?
How tall is it?
This person, this orc orc blighter, is about 6'5", so very, very tall.
Yeah. I think
nothing compared to you.
Yeah, I think if they had been like a human size or smaller, I think she would have just picked them up by the harness and they're now take your medicine. But because he's huge, I think I think her hand goes to her waist and she pulls out this very pretty dagger that is not usually unsheathed, and it is inscribed with these sigils and text that looks both ancient and rudimentary, almost as if it's super ancient. And there are 2 giants as the handle, the grip of this thing, and they are both this. And she takes this sacrificial prayer dagger, and she has the vial in her other hand, and she is approaching it dagger first, waiting to be able to pin it up against the plow and make it ingest this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, Johnny, I know what I know.
You were just softball tossing, like underhand, just really,
I know it.
really lightly tossing me a nice. All right, cool. For this, I will say roll a strength check,
Okay.
and then we're gonna compare it to the difficulty of this.
Okay, that's
Later.
pretty good. What is my strength? So I got a 11 plus 6 is 17, and that is with hope, but plus my strength, so 19 with hope.
Amazing. Okay. It reaches towards you, and you go under the arms, lifting it up and then into this plow, and it's like trying to reach down, but it can't. And it's trying to reach to like bite at you, but you're too low on its body that it can't get to you.
Okay.
It is pinned down.
This is the moment I have been waiting for. I think that she starts to whisper, "From womb to stone, 2 giants will rise, 3 eyes to pierce, through truth and through lies. I can do this. You were born for this. This is going to work. Soul, be with me if this be your will. You're going to return to yourself, all right? I'm going to help you." And I think she just kind of tries her hardest. It doesn't matter how this gets into the being. So any open wound, like I'm not going to take its mask off or anything, but like anything that it's got.
There is an open wound on its trap right here.
Yeah, so very similarly to the hand, where she kind of just put it into the vein. She rips it in and is just using all of her strength to hold it back, watching for signs that it's working, or even just traveling, like any sign that anything is happening, because it may not work entirely on the first try, but that's science, baby. So she's looking for any data she can start adding to her research.
I will say for this, go ahead and roll a finesse roll to see if you can skillfully pour all of it onto this wound without it reaching.
Hold on, let me take a look at
you.
this character sheet. Hold on, let me take a look at this.
Wait, you got something good?
No, oh, so I have my prayer dice, and it says I can use them to aid myself, so I can roll a d4 to add just in case. Do I have to do that before, or can it be after if I see the roll?
I think you get 2d4 per day, so you would have had these rolled. So yeah, go ahead and roll the 2d4, and if you want to add them, then you can.
Heard. First one's a 3. I'll just roll that one again. I don't know why I'm looking for a second one. Second one's a 4. Okay, so just in case I need them, I will, but... Okay, that is a 9 and a 3, which is 12, minus 1. That, oh yeah, I'm using it. So I'm going to use all of them. Like, this is everything to her, so I may not need to use all of them, but Alora would. She is putting all of her hope, all of her dreams on this. And it is with fear. No, it's with hope, because you picked pink. Okay, yeah, it's with
Okay. It's good, because if you didn't use those, that would have been a failure.
Woof.
Matter of fact, as you're bringing your hand up, you have them pinned down, and you're reaching up towards their next bite right here. And as you're doing that, begin pouring it, and you see it reach at you, and you instinctually pull it away, and you're afraid that you're going to lose some, but no, everything is still there. So you readjust and then pull arms around, and then finally pour the rest into it.
Cheeky blighters.
Now that it is all poured in, what are you doing?
I am going to... I have to wait. I would call everyone over, but if it is bad, it's on me. I have to wait. I am bare knuckle holding this thing up against the plow, waiting for signs of any change or symptom.
Okay. Royla.
Oh boy. Problem?
You almost have a sixth sense, and I will spend a fear for this. You notice that Alora is not there.
Royal, are you okay? You just got a little pale.
The mist
You all right?
drops completely.
Oh.
Do I see her immediately?
Right there.
Awesome. My mage hand appears right in front of her, and it grabs the zombie by the jaw and then just squeezes it until it breaks.
Okay.
And then he is just going to slowly walk over.
Is it still moving?
Oh yeah, that's not enough to kill it.
Great. I can't move. I'm now like frozen, not just with determination, but with a little bit of like knowing that once Royla gets over here, I don't have the chance to keep building my thesis here. So I'm staying.
Royla.
Slowly, like Terminator walking, just one step at a time.
Royla.
It's not far.
I step in front of Royla.
Okay. Ooh.
Get out of my way.
Calm yourself. We are in the middle of a homestead. We don't know how many others there are. If we go into an argument in here, we are surely going to alert them. Your words were that we had to be quiet. She's not making noise. Let her have her experiment, and then have words later.
Go tell her she has 60 seconds.
I turn and I approach. You have 1 minute.
That's all I need. What do I see? What's happening, if anything? Go ahead, Johnny. Tell me what I see, Johnny.
I'm gonna hold point with an arrow just in case anything goes awry.
Elora, I'm gonna ask Meadow this. Would Elora see something? Would Elora want so hard to see something
Absolutely.
that she wears that she sees something?
Absolutely. I think,
Okay.
if I may, Crucible, as you notch this arrow to kind of hold point, there is like a glimmer of moonlight that flickers, and I see it like sunlight just right on the skin. I know it's in the veins. It's taking hold. Yeah, of course you would.
Would she let go if she sees that things are happening, or is she still holding fast?
I think first, because Torin's right next to her, she goes, oh God, oh, thanks, Old. Oh, did you see that? I saw it. Oh God, it's working. We're doing it. We're doing it, Torin. It's happening. It's finally happening. And then she will step back.
Crucible, she steps back and this thing lunges. Go ahead with your attack.
Okay.
I'll also say that it
Absolutely.
already took some HP slots, so
That's a 16 with hope.
hits.
Okay.
Seeing this, might I react as well?
Sure, absolutely.
I think
That's a 12 damage.
Perfect. Okay. Snatch, what are you doing?
I think Snatch is gonna look at the moon and go, please make sure my friend doesn't get bit. And that is gonna be casting Shadowbind.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a spell casting roll. And no, it's against the target.
Okay.
So a 16 with fear.
Okay.
If that hits, it is temporarily restrained as the shadows bind them into place.
Okay. I'm gonna have both of you do really cool things. As it lunges, it gets pulled back by this shadow and then restrained. I'm going to give an extra HP slot to the damage that Crucible just did, which is enough to kill it. Because it's restrained, you are able to, with the help of Snatch, holding this thing in place. Alora, you see a arrow go directly through the eye, and it fall to the ground. And that is where we're going to go to break.
No. No break. No break.
As we are going to break.
No potty.
No break. Everybody's
As we're going to break, really quick, if you like the music and the ambiance and all that stuff, it's through Sirenscape. So if you want to get 2 months free of using Sirenscape Super Siren subscriber, you want 2 months free, you're going to join the giveaway. I'm going to try this. Hopefully the people on Crit Hit Chronicles can join as well.
Absolutely.
Then we'll just, it's going to be through like an automated thing. And then if not, then I'm just going to count all of them and then I'll just give it to somebody afterward.
Okay, sure.
The code is in there. Hopefully it works. It is !Blighter. So with that, we'll be back and then we will announce the winner.
BRB.
Welcome back, everyone. Before we left, the group was meeting inside of a little mist ball that Royla had created. And as the group regrouped here, that is when Alora took her leave and approached the one blighter attached to the farming plow. After successfully pinning them down and being able to administer the cure, you then saw a glint of moonlight and thought that it worked. But everyone else saw this blighter was not cured. And as it lunged towards Alora, that is when both Snatch and Crucible worked together to kill it. That is where we're picking up as Alora sees what she thought was the answer crumble in front of her.
There is an anguished wail of a scream that kind of leaves her, and she covers it as fast as she can because she does want to keep the group safe, but it escapes her almost without even thought, and she drops to the ground just as fast as the blighter did and is already checking. Did it drop? You said it dropped? Yes?
It dropped.
Okay.
Immediately, arrow went through the head and then fell onto the plow and then landed onto the ground.
And I am... How many times can I do this? I'm going to use everything I have at my disposal to cast every healing that I have. I'm going to spend all the hope in my inventory at this moment. As you see a bunch of yellow, like glowing warm light, one after the other, almost like a defibrillator. There it is. Kind of like pulsing that glow until she's like barely sitting up. She's exhausting herself trying to wake this being back up. She's not really paying attention to anyone around her for a moment. Come on, you can do this. No, I saw it. I saw the sun. I saw the light. You are coming back. Please, I can help you. I can help you.
You saw the moon reflected off of Crucible's arrow.
Sorry. Blessed be soul, blessed be his light. Blessed be soul, blessed be his light. And she's not going to listen or defer to Torin at all in this moment. She's going to continue to push as much energy as she can. She believes that if she believes, it has to be true. And so she refuses to let their doubt crowd in around her, not when she knows what she saw.
As this happens, I'm spending a fear. All of the blighters that are in the pen hear this and are just slowly approaching that side. They're not able to get out of it. These posts are sturdy, but they are like at the edge and just always this background of death droning over this conversation.
Roylin, the cloth I gave you, she's shooting lasers from her eyes.
Royla walks over and picks up Elora just with one arm and just drags her onto her feet.
Laura allows it and she stands. But as soon as she is on her feet, she, steps away from you and looks at you, Crucible, and then you, Snatch.
I'm sorry. It's gonna hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right, darling. You were trying to help. We're all just trying to help. It's all right. It's good news. Happy day. It works. I'll figure out how to replicate it.
Did you see? It worked. You saw something?
I saw it. The glow just under the skin. It was gorgeous. It was...
Royla looks at Torin. Is looking up for confirmation.
It's just a shake of his head.
We can get you another one.
As soon as I have it, I'll replicate it. I'll double down on my notes. I can make it stronger, concentrate it, make it work faster. Okay. I can go into the cabin. Torin, you already said there was no one in there. I can look for something to... I can start tonight. If I bunk down tonight, start through the... I can work all the way through the morning.
Go back to the cart.
I have to check for supplies. I have to remake this.
I am going to go check for supplies. You have done enough. We had a deal. I was going to help you. We had a deal. Twice. You've endangered us.
Endangered?
When you could have worked with us.
Endangered? I tried to do it so you wouldn't be in danger. I apologize to all of you. Royla's right. I'll wait in the cart. And she does walk back to the cart and pulls out a book and is feverishly writing as tears are kind of streaming down her face in this moment.
Royla's gonna head inside of the cabin and just see if there's anything usable, or also if there's anything like a diary or, very survival style. Someone's like, let me document every single aspect of my life for someone to possibly read.
Right. You don't see any diary or anything like that, but you do see in the table there is carved of "they're gone." That is something 100% this person was feeling and writing. Outside of that, there's nothing of real note that hasn't already rotted, except for the beds that are here. But even then, those are not the most comfortable.
Could I have joined Royla after a few moments to investigate? It's more of a question
to you, Royla.
Yeah, I mean, he's just silently opening cupboards and closing them and just checking for anything and just stepping in, blood and viscera and mush that's all over.
This could work as a space to rest for the night.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. It's not safe to try to travel back in the middle of the night and then fortify the other location.
Exactly.
While they're gone, could I have shadow stepped into the barn.
So,
Jesus.
you are going to shadow step. You shadow step to the barn. In order to get inside of the barn, you will have to unlock and open this barn door again.
Okie dokie, I will do it again.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and finesse. That is a 12 with hope. Just kind of walks back, like just appears in front of the lock again. I need you to do the thing again. I need to get something from my friend in there.
Unlocks.
I am going to just walk it and fly up as high as I can.
Pulling the door open, you see this blighter that was bumping into the door is still standing there, staring this 1,000-yard stare as if somebody is looking at them, but they're just looking directly at the door. You twitch every 2 seconds. But you are out of reach when you open this barn door, and as you're flying up from this vantage point, you see 4 others walking inside.
Holy fucking airball. Oh, am I not muted?
You, Meadow. Meadow.
Hello.
You are so dear. You are so dear to me. So dear to me.
Hello, friends. My name is Snatch. I only need one of you. I'm sorry to have to use you like this.
You see all of them. The rest of the 4 begin walking towards the barn door.
Like, if there's a beam on, like, you know how there are beams in I think he's just kind of sitting there with his legs swinging. My friends are fighting and I don't know how to stop them, but I think one of them wants to do a little science on you all. So I'm going to ask you all to stop moving, please. And I would like to do my shadow bind spell.
Okay.
Make a spell cast roll against all adversaries in very close range. Targets you succeed against are temporarily restrained.
Okay. Yeah.
24 with fear.
Yeah. Each of them begin to coalesce around your position, obviously lower than you as you're sitting up on a beam inside of the barn, and each of them reaching up, trying to grab at you, before finally their arms go directly down and they are restrained where they are.
I haven't really thought about what happens next. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with them either. Okay. Are there any ropes?
Yeah, there's ropes here.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. I'm at the cart.
Yeah.
Chris, so we're in like visual sign, like we saw Snatch go off. No,
No,
okay.
they did the shadow step thing.
Oh yeah.
They did the shadow step, so they're.
Yeah.
I thought they went over to the barn first and then shadow stepped after Pig.
They did shadow step to the barn, but the barn is behind the cabin, and you would not have been
They
able
could
to
be
see.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Snatch could be anywhere.
On the other side of shadow step, you automatically come out cloaked.
Oh, so then you definitely wouldn't know where they are. So then Snatch, go ahead and do an instinct roll.
Oh, good. I suck at that. 13 with fear.
It's not bad. Could be worse.
Does Snatch have any previous experience with like farming and using rope to like guide sort of livestock or anything like that?
No.
You find a piece of rope, like a little coil of rope. It's a little like wet to the touch, but it's a rope.
All right, I'm going to go down
You also
to.
have 50 feet of rope in your pack. I think everybody starts with that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you wanted to have that, then you could just use that instead. But then instead, you find rope, trying not to use the one that you have because you want to keep that. And you feel it easily rip. As this rope has like molded and disintegrated. So then you know that you have to use the rope that's in your pack.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to one of them, and I am going to try and carefully tie the rope, like put the rope in the mouth to tie it up so that it doesn't bite.
Amazing. Okay.
I really like these friends, and I don't want to lose them, and they want to have you around. So please be nice to me, and I'll be nice to you, and they're very nice too. I promise. So here we go.
I will say this is gonna have to be a strength.
That's fair. Is there any advantage for them being restrained by chance?
I would say so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We take those. We take 11 with hope though. Hey.
Okay. That is a failure. As you are slowly beginning to bring that long rope around them and finally begin to try and put that rope through each of their mouths so that they're unable to bite. But as you do, one of them is going to try and bite at you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm spending a fear, and that is a 16.
Ooh boy. Yeah, that's gonna do the thing.
Okay. You're taking 5 physical damage that you can use an armor slot against.
Yeah. My minor.
So
is
as you're beginning to tie the first blighter that you try to tie into the mouth, it bites through and then tries to bite after you, and you put your arm up instinctually, and then it bites into that the bracer that you have, and you're able to back away. But you see, as that happens, I will also spend a point to turn off that restraint for that one.
Yeah.
So it just starts like,
be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me.
Would Snatch have called out when he was bitten or no?
He's trying. He wants this to be a gift.
Just checking.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
While this is happening,
let us know when you go, and you didn't let me know, and now we're here.
Oh no!
While this is happening, we return over to where's Crucible?
I think Crucible in a little bit of a sheepish kind of pace follows Alora to the cart. I'm so I know you said it's fine. I'm really sorry. I should have trusted you that you knew what you're doing, and I'm
I'm very sorry that I killed it.
Crucible, darling.
I should have trusted you, and I didn't.
Can I tell you something about where I grew up? I was born in the dark, dear, and I was born to bring light to the world, just like Royla, just a little less light. Royla's Royla. They told us many things, many wrong things. But the one thing that they gave us that rang true was a prophecy in which we were mentioned.
Okay.
I am to heal the world, Crucible. And I know it sounds hokey and
I believe
silly, and
it doesn't.
if I can't make this work, what good am I, Crucible? Why was I born if not to do this? If it doesn't work every time, if it never works any time, sometimes, Sybil darling, I get just a little tired and worried about this candle I'm holding in my hand, trying to keep the light for everyone else when everyone's so dark and dour, and I wonder how much longer I can just keep holding it, watching it melt away in my hands.
Laura.
There's going to be no more light. It's going to burn me, I think. I have to make this work.
You're still you without a purpose.
I am my purpose.
No, that's not right at all. You have people who love you. I'm sorry you feel so beholden to save the world. And I'm sorry they made you think that that's all you were good for. But you are much more than that.
I'm not very good for it, am I? If it doesn't work. No?
Well, first of all, I have all the belief in you in the world, and I think you could do anything. But even if you couldn't, I'd still be here. And so would Royla. And so would Snatch. And yes, even Torin, I think, would still be here.
Okay, we don't
just
have
to
to
watch you
things.
that's
strange. You didn't
to
have
watch
to
you squirm a little bit. He would show up
to add Torin to
He
me.
would show up to watch you squirm, and
I don't squirm.
A little bit.
A little bit sometimes, but mostly no.
I don't. You can be anything you want to be, and I know you've had it hardwired into your head that you have to be this, that you must be this, and guess what? I think you can do this. But it's just because you're brilliant. And it's not because you have to be brilliant, you just are. So, if you would give me some of that weight on your shoulders, I would take it. And I know Royla is helping. But I could help too. And so could everyone else. It's not a solo mission, is it? Does it have to be? I don't think it does.
I don't think the prophecy specified an employee count.
Fuck the prophecy. Who wrote that shit? Do you know?
I think you have genuinely stumped her. It's just law to her, and it always has been. And through all like the deprogramming and like unlearning of really harmful stuff that she's done over the years, that is one of those things she's never questioned because it is who she is. And I think her hands go to the brand at her forehead, and she looks at you and says, "You're a very good friend, you know. And you're looking at me like..."
You've let someone else write your story.
Yes, perhaps. But what a lovely story it would be if that happy ending were true.
Well, surely it would be nice. But that should be your choice. That's you. Not because of some bastard who wrote down some nice words in a book and put all that pressure on you without your consent.
There's a huge sigh, and there are so many parts of her that wants to agree with you, but a single conversation cannot undo a lifetime of bad ideas. And so she takes out some shortbread, breaks it in half, and hands it to you, and says,
Trying to shut me up.
"I'm trying to make sure that you get back those calories you just burnt, saving my life, if you don't mind. I like keeping my friends alive, especially if they're going to help me save the world. Yeah?"
Of course. This is for duty. This is my purpose. If in order to back you up, I need to have sweet bread to fulfill
Well,
that
then.
prophecy of being in your corner. I got you.
Then, Crucible, brave knight of heroism, I must dub thee, I fear.
What? You don't have that. Crucible has the stout in her.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
you did say the word duty,
I did say duty.
and so I must dub thee. You've taken on this terrible
I did.
duty burden.
I did. It's terrible. Disgusting.
And you can tell she is making fun, not of you, but like having a bit of a laugh. And she will dub you with sweetbread and say,
You know, I knew I was destined for this, actually. There's a prophecy about me that says, one day you will be dubbed with sweetbread and you will be a knight to a brilliant person named Alora. That's what mine says.
"Well, then your prophecy must be terribly true, because I, the brilliant Elora,
Brilliant Alora.
hereby dub thee
Ah, yes. It's time.
brave, shining, wondrous, unfailing
Well,
knight."
Calm down. Calm down. Wait, that's a lot of pressure. We talked about this.
Crucible,
Okay.
the loyal, I think.
That sounds right to me. I think too.
And she'll just kind of eat this shortbread, looking at the cabin, and she'll look around and go, You heard me break the shortbread, yes? Where's Snatch?"
I did hear them. Oh no. I think it's immediate light bulb, and she runs for the barn.
Okay. While
sorry.
this is happening, we're back in the barn as a blighter is walking, shambling towards you. What is Snatch doing?
I would like to spin the hope to call on an experience.
Okay.
I think in this moment, like, he's on his butt with this blighter coming after him, and there's just this moment where he just hears the words worthless and exiled, and then he remembers the conversation with Torrent talking about how this world is broken, and that real deep fear of, if the world's broken, maybe I am too. And I would like to call on the value, I'm worth something. And he's just going to go, I need you for my friend. And he's going to charge with the rope and try one more time.
Okay. We will need a strength check. This time it is not with advantage because it is no longer restrained.
Yep. I am going to put this in our Discord, but that is a 21 critical success.
I thought your face. I thought it was gonna.
I think we all thought on that one. I was like, am I gonna have to fucking kill a character? Oh, all right. Incredible. So, narrate to me as this blighter is shambling towards you, trying to reach after you, and like dipping down to get you as you're on your ass. What does Snatch do?
I think in this moment of determination, like he grits his teeth and then lets out a laugh and goes, okay, let's play. And he's making a game of it. And so everywhere it reaches, he like flies and dips and dodges and like pats it on the back and then on the other side. And he's like wrapping it up. So it's like a dragonfly dancing around the flower. Until finally he's got it wrapped up. I promise my friends are nice. You'll like them.
Okay. As that happens, you see the barn door open and Crucible there.
What the fuck are you doing?
And all of you,
Yeah.
all four of, or you see four others that are like, but you see this like this shadowy like tendrils holding on to them, and I will spend.
Oh no! No.
Can you save?
For what? What do you, Johnny?
I will spend 4 fear to have the restraints as they begin walking towards you. Crucible, what are you doing?
I'm immediately loosing arrows in there.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
It's just
so they have broken out of the restraints. They haven't done anything just yet, but you begin Snatch. As you roll your attack, Snatch, what are you doing? You begin to hear getting closer and closer to you.
I am going to make sure that the one that I've wrapped up is out of fire, out of harm's way. So I think. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for the drama. I'm tackling mine to make sure it doesn't get hit.
Okay, so you have tied the rope around them and you are pushing them towards the barn door. Are you like tackling them towards that?
I'm tackling them to the ground so that when the arrows start flying, not in Crucible's direction. So
not in Crucible's direction. Okay, so to the side. Understood. Yeah. Okay. Crucible.
Yes.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 15 with hope.
15 with hope hits.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 3 hope to use hold them off, so I can do that to 2 additional adversaries within range of the attack. Okay. And damage is.
We're gonna do a different battle music.
I forget. Do I roll damage for each one, or is it just going to be the blanket damage for all 3?
You are rolling the hit for all of them, but damage will be different.
Okay. So the one I got a 17 damage.
Okay. That's incredible. Yeah.
The other I got another 17 damage.
Amazing. That hits the severe again.
Okay. And the last one I got a 13 damage.
Okay. So.
And then when I.
Blighter 1 is going to be the one that you have Snatch. Go ahead.
Can I mark? I would like to use Ruthless Predator. When you make a damage roll, you can mark a stress to gain +1 bonus to your proficiency. Additionally, when you deal severe damage to an adversary, they must mark a stress.
Okay, cool. So then, so then go ahead and roll that. So you're increasing your proficiency, which means that you're going to be rolling an extra damage die.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that extra damage die.
All right. Oh wait, extra damage die. Sorry, wrong one. Do I add the +6 or no? Or is it just?
No, this is just an extra damage
Just
die on top of everything.
Oh, that'll do one more. Okay, that's just a 1.
Okay, got it. Okay, go ahead and do it a couple more times. What's your damage die?
My damage is 2d6 + 6.
6. Okay, so don't worry about rolling them because you wouldn't hit the massive damage threshold. So you would still be doing those 3 for the severe. What was your third damage that you did?
13.
Okay, roll that one.
Okay,
You might be able to hit the severe for that.
just 2 more.
Just under it. Okay.
It's okay.
So Blighter 1 is the one that Snatch has. And then 1, 2, 3 for that one, 3 for that one, and then 2 for that one. And then all of them have a stress. Amazing. Okay. 2 of them are looking really hurt. Another one of those dead. One of them is all right. You shot an arrow into the chest of one of them. The other ones you shot an arrow into the neck, and then the other one you shot like through their cheek out this side. There's one last one that you haven't hit, but that is, and you rolled 15 with hope, right? That's what you said?
Yes, 15.
Okay, incredible. So then between you and Snatch, actually, let's say, okay, Elora, we're going to you. You're running into the cabin and you're saying,
Not running.
what are you saying? Okay, what are you doing?
First, I have a question for you, Johnny, and it's super
Okay.
important to how sick as hell I can be in this moment. Is there a window on
know
the
me.
back of the cabin? Because you said the barn is behind.
There is now. What would you
Great.
like to do?
I am going to open my wings as soon as Crucible jumps out. I know that Sybil and Snatch are in trouble, and I also know that if I do another fight without Royla, we're not going to be okay. So I'm going to fly forward straight through the front door, closing my wings, kind of tucking and rolling, and I shout, "Barn!" like giant booming barn, and I'm going to keep Spiral moving like a bullet all the way through the back of the window towards the barn.
For this, I will say do an agility roll.
Yeah,
Like straight
happily.
Captain America bullshit, like fucking turning in the wings and then going through the window is amazing.
Johnny, do you want to know a secret, Johnny?
I do want to know a secret.
I just crit. I got 2 10s.
Incredible. That's the same crit that every single crit has been tonight. Every single
we got
person
2
has crit with
twos.
10s. Oh,
No, I
two
had
twos,
a
right.
2.
That's
I
right.
had 2 twos.
That's right.
2 twos.
That's right. Okay, so you crit, and immediately you all see as Elora just barrels into the cabin, yelling "barn," and then shatters the window as she begins flying towards the barn. I'll move over to you, Torin and Royla. What are you two doing?
Royla, mad as all hell, walks out the door. His great staff. Moonlight begins to shimmer around the edge of it, and then the light begins to harden and form into his great sword. And so you have this 5-foot long shaft of a blade, and then another 4.5, 5 feet to go along with it, where the moonlight blade is. And I think he's then going to spend 2 hope to make a shadow clone of himself appear, and then he is going to speak to his blade and say, "Break the unbroken," and will go and cast Power Push on 2 of them.
Okay, so you're there would be it's a small cabin, so there would only be one entrance out the front, or you can jump through the window.
I mean, I'll jump through a window.
Great. The window's already broken. I'm not making you, this is kind of just for flavor, just to see how Royla is going around. They are 30 feet away, so you would have to move over just a little bit in order to see them, but you're able to see them. They're close enough. They would be after your movement in close distance.
Okay, gotcha. So I can my attack range extends out to from very close to close automatically.
Great. Then yeah, you would be able to hit him.
Awesome. So I'm going to use with saying that is one of our 3 values of our order. So now I will roll with a D20 instead of a D12 hope. For my hope die.
Yep.
And we're going to roll to see if we hit, and that same roll will be used for another one. I'll just go for whichever one looks like it has the most, whichever 2 will look like it has the most health still.
Okay.
That is a 26 with hope.
Dang.
I got a 15 and an 11. Wait, no,
I'll say
plus
that hits.
3. So that's gonna it's gonna be a 29 to hit.
29. Yeah. Incredible. Well, all right, you definitely hit.
Awesome.
There are 2 that have been like you see arrows through like their head space. So those look really fucked up. You see one that has it in its shoulder and then one that is untouched. Which ones do you want to target with this?
I'll get the one that's super messed up, and I'll get the one that hasn't been touched.
Cool. Understood.
Just check it really quickly. The one that hasn't been touched, is it the one that Snatch is covering? It
is not.
Okay.
There are 2 untouched, one that's on the ground that you wouldn't see because Snatch has like tackled them.
That is going to be 7 points of magic damage.
Okay. To both of them?
Yes.
Okay. That hits their major, so it takes 2 for one of them and then 2 for the other. The one that hasn't been touched now looks. Go ahead.
That's 9. I don't know if that makes a difference.
9. It still hits the major. It doesn't hit the severe just yet. So it's still 2 hit points. The one that hasn't been hit, you see part of its arm gets blown off. The one that has been hurt, you see part of its torso like falling off as that concussive blast hits them. The power push, does that push them further away?
It pushes them to far range. So since we're in the barn, if you wanted that, they just go straight through the wall, or essentially the way it looks is like when he slashes the blade, there's like the initial slash, and then there's this delay as this wave of magical energy slashes out and then hits secondary.
That's so cool. Okay, so then I will say, with how cool that is and how small the barn is, the one that was really hurt, I'll even mark an extra hit point as it slams into the wall. The other one is going to go through the wall. They're not going to go to far distance because they're slamming into the wall, but they are blown out to the other side, and I will say that they're probably they're within far distance now. Yeah, because they were close, and so they'll be. Yeah, I guess they are far because they're just beyond close. So that one is gone. The other one is going to take that extra hit point as it slams into the wall, and it is close. Okay, amazing. Torin.
How many are still up?
3.
I would like to spend a hope to use an experience.
Okay.
My brutality when dealing with blighters since that moment has only multiplied as the years have gone on. So I imagine that I would like to use Broken as an experience, as he just simply walks out and walks towards the barn, and he is going to unleash chaos at 2 of them.
Amazing. So there's 2 that are up close. So those 2 you can absolutely hit. There's one that you just saw get ejected out of the barn on the other side.
I will focus on those 2 then.
Great.
Let's see, so that's going to be a +5 to my spellcast roll.
Is that a good face or bad face? Good face, bad face.
I got to finally put my own entry in the chronicle.
Yeah.
Fucking crit. What'd you roll?
Double fives.
Okay, double fives. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not good enough? I'll worry about this in a second. Well, it's weird. I never put my own shit in the chronicle. Okay.
Right, because you only GM.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So I'm spending a stress to manipulate magic as well to target one additional target.
So 2 in addition, or do you mean like 1 was targeted? You're
One was
spending the
targeted.
stress?
I'm spending it to get the
Got it. Understood.
So I'm going to do that. Right.
This is gonna deal so much damage, y'all.
I know, because I'm rolling 3d10.
Let's
I'm
break this
using-
barn.
I am using all of my chaos dice for this.
You start off, everyone, with max dice, so that's 30 at the get-go. Go ahead and roll 3d10, please.
42. 44.
Just a measly 44. Narrate to me how you absolutely explode these two.
I imagine that the rage that he feels that this is a thing, that these blighters were not active 5 minutes ago, and then we stepped inside a cabin, and lo and behold, here we are. I think that rage manifests, and I think that his chaos is a literal manifestation of his rage. So there are these like creepy, ethereal energy versions of Torin that are screaming with rage that just surge into the blighters, and they just
Amazing.
and I imagine that all of the runes on my skin are glowing right now.
Oh yeah. What color do they glow?
Normally blue.
What are they
But I
glowing now?
think I am upset and angry enough that they've started to go just a little bit purple. They're adding just a teeny bit of red as he is just staring daggers at everyone inside the barn right now.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not in the barn.
I was on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
I think I'm gonna spend a fear
Oh no.
after that, because you guys have been rolling absolutely incredible all session. I'm gonna have this one shambling blighter get up from being attacked and is going to rush towards Snatch. You are the closest one, so it is going to go towards you, Snatch.
Give it to me, yeah. Dang it, just give Royal a reason. Oh, man.
Give me a reason. Sorry.
Okay, that is a 19 to hit, and right, I'm spending the additional fear because it's going to be a bite. So that is an 18 to hit. Wait, did I say?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
just missed. No,
18.
of course, he hit me.
Okay, great.
So there's a thing that I have that I've been forgetting to use, which is parrying dagger. So let me know when we roll the damage.
7 physical damage.
All right. So parrying dagger says, parry if any of the attacker's damage dice roll the same value as your dice. The matching results are discarded from the attacker's damage
That's
dice.
so fucking cool. What?
fucking cool.
Before
Okay.
the damage you take
Yeah.
total.
Roll a d4. You need a 4 and a 1.
Okay. It's like roll a d4. Okay.
Right? It says roll the same damage die. Is that right? Am I
I
understanding
want to
that correctly?
attack.
No, you rolled the
roll
die,
this
but-
weapon's damage dice.
Understood. My bad. Then
No,
whatever the
we have to
dagger's
try to
damage
aim
die
for
is.
a 1 or a 4.
So I rolled 2d6.
Okay.
I rolled the 5 and a 4.
Okay, so the 4 is negated.
gone.
That is insane. So then you take 3 physical damage instead. That's wild.
So I think I think
Extreme rollies.
while Snatch is like holding this one chomper down, the other one comes to bite, and he just quickly, his hand is empty for a second, and then there's a dagger, and he just puts it in between the snake's mouth, like, be nice to me.
I would say so. As you're holding it kind of like backwards, like this, trying to keep it out, so it connects through and tries to bite into your bracer again. And as it does, the knife just cuts directly into its mouth as it's reaching for you. But you still take 3 damage, so you will need to mark that armor slot in order to bring it down.
I do.
Okay, incredible. So there's only one other, and I don't have the fear to do it, so it'll bring us back over to you. However, I will say, Snatch and oh my God, Elora, you two haven't really done much this combat. So do you two will have priority here between each of you. Snatch, you have a blighter on you, so if you want to go first, I will give you priority as well. And then if this doesn't end with a death, then it'll go to you, Elora. But Snatch, what do you want to do?
Give me it.
I think in this moment, like, Snatch realizes from the first words that Crucible said that they are not happy with him, and I think I'm going to spend 3 hope for a tag team. If you're okay with that, Crucible.
I'm okay with it. That doesn't mean we're not talking after this. That is directed at both Noir and Snatch.
Okay. The hope has been spent. Both of you roll your duality die, and we'll see what the results are.
Okay.
And do we add anything to that?
This is your regular attack. Are you shooting with your arrow? What are you doing in this tag?
Yeah. I will be shooting with my arrow. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So then it would just be a regular attack for you.
Okay. So I have a 15 with hope.
Okay.
I would like to spin another hope for my Rain of Blades spell. So now I'm all hoped out, baby.
Spend it if you got him.
Here we go. Yeet. That is a 11 with hope.
Okay. You got a 15 with hope with Crucible, so I will say that the 11 will not hit, so you will take Crucible's roll of 15 with hope, and that hits for both of you, so both of you will roll damage individually now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Let me see.
Oh, and you both gain a hope.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and that is.
I have just 13 damage.
Okay.
I also have 13 damage.
Oh.
You guys, I swear, y'all are just. I love it.
Don't even
I'm
try.
so scared for next session.
We should be scared right now when this ends.
26 is enough to pass that severe, and it just needed 3 hit points left. So narrate to me how this final blighter is killed.
I'd love for you to go first.
Okay. I think. Well, wait. So are we? So Snatch is also attacking simultaneously as I'm attacking.
So painting the picture, Snatch is attacking with their blades. So you see these spectral blades beginning to show up around them.
Okay.
You see this blighter that is digging into the bracer through a dagger that's in its mouth and trying to bite even deeper into Snatch. And as that happens, you connect eyes with Snatch, and that is when you both know that you need to work together to kill this thing.
I think in this moment, this is teamwork out of necessity, and is she very coolly nocks an arrow and calculates the precise angle at which the bracer is in this thing's mouth and drives an arrow into the base of its skull. So it comes, but at such an angle where it comes out of like the nasal region, so the arrow pops out right on top of Snatch's bracer.
I think what I will add to that is as he tosses his one dagger up that becomes the mini spectral, it catches the arrow and cuts the arrow into three. So we completely sever the head of the chomper by hitting each part of the spinal column as one arrow gets split thrice.
Okay. And as that happens, the head loses its grip from its bite, falls to the ground, and you see the jaw disconnect. The other glider is tied up and currently unable to move. So the quiet sounds of the night return. We are at our time where we are going to have to end this session. So the fallout of this situation.
What the fuck that's supposed to mean, Johnny?
Saved by the clock. Saved by
Say what a bell, baby!
Just you wait.
Fallout
You're
of
gonna
this
give me a week to
situation.
cook?
Johnny,
Give me a week to cook?
Johnny, if you hear footsteps behind you, Johnny, walk faster. Okay?
How'd you do
Just
it?
like in general, or
Yeah, all footsteps. All of them are me, like this.
So, with that, we're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves, well, not introduce, we all know who we are. Tell everybody who you are. We're going to start over with Daniel.
Hey, gang. Golly gee willikers. This was one heck of an episode. My name is Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM, across all corners of the internet, and I'm so glad you stopped by to check out our silly little Daggerheart game. As you can tell, it's
We're having so
it's
much
so goofy. It's so silly. But no, I enjoy being here every single week with such an amazing cast. It's absolutely incredible getting to do this show, and I love being here, and hope to see you around everywhere else on the internet. Sister, would you mind?
Of course, brother. Howdy, I'm Meadow. I have been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future, but unforeseen circumstances. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darling or Howdy Love Darling GM. I am... Johnny, you done smacked my gobs all around. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to process this information. Alexa, play What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. I don't know what to do. I can't wait to be back next week. I'm so excited. Until next week, if you want to see me hanging out, DMing, doing some other stuff, Thursday, I run Hex Heist over at my Twitch channel and would love to have you join us. Thank you so much. And I will popcorn to Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly, the Kellhop, known across the internet. That's what my name is. And I am going to have a whole week to stew and cook about what I'm going to say to my good friend Snatch. And I just can't wait for that Tuesday. Get your ass back here. Get back. I love this game. I love these people. And I also love this fictional rage that I'm going to get to explore. It's going to be great. I just love playing here every Tuesday. I love it so much. All of you, wonderful, beautiful. That's it. Who wants to go? Cujo? Do you want to go?
hi, I'm Cujo. I love this game so much. I don't want it to end yet, but it's fine.
I know.
It's fine.
Soon
It's
fine.
fine.
We'll get to play late.
It's fine.
Next week we get to play late.
It's fine.
So excited about that.
You can see me all over the internet as either Cujo Plays Games for personal stuff, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles, where we have other shows and things. If you would like to roll some dice at Gen Con, there is a VIP game for Tales of the Valiant that you can sign up for that I'm running. So there's 2 slots left if you want to come and get some Kobold Press swag, and roll some dice with me. That'll be great. In the meantime, I'll also be doing a GM's panel for them, which is also going to be fun. They doubled the audience limit because it sold out in like 5 minutes. So there's that. I'm just speed through this real quick. Tales of the Valiant on Thursdays, sponsored by Kobold Press. Shadows over Baldur's Gate, which is our Baldur's Gate 3 spiritual sequel. And go listen to Road to Hell, which is a fantastic Hunter the Reckoning podcast, which is getting spooky, and it's been a lot of fun. So that's me.
Spooky.
It's gonna be, oh my god, I'm gonna pass it off to Noir.
Hey, gang, I'm Noir.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played Snatch.
Yeah. Keep talking. You're doing
Who's
good.
gonna pray for me when I'm gone? No. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitch, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky every Monday over on Alt Haven for The Last Excelsior, every Tuesday over for on Alt Haven for Bad Meets Evil, every Thursday right here, Crit Hit Chronicles for Tales of the Valiant, and Friday, none of you goddamn business. But this Saturday, my friend Sam DeLev is having a streamiversary. We are supporting a good cause. What cause is it? We've narrowed it down to 2, so keep an eye on the socials. A lot of people need help right now. We're trying to figure out what's the most effective way to help people. I don't have anything else to pitch, so I'm just gonna say fuck Ice No Kings and be kind to each other. That's it.
Hell yeah. Well, folks, it's me, your terribly mean GM that does all the mean stuff in the story.
It's true.
I get what I
It
deserve.
was like a 6 out of 10.
And
You're the fear guy.
It could have been
fear
meaner. We got one.
I get what I deserve, and God, if that means that I get this cast, holy shit! Wow, that is incredible. I'm just so happy to be here.
You get me while I live.
Yeah, you keep going off on your own. There's gonna be some fucking bites that find your skin. I'll tell you that. Bye. Jesus. Anyways, it is me. I am Johnny. I'm talking XP all over the internets. If you want to learn how to play Daggerheart, I have a video on my now YouTube partner YouTube page. I hit it just today. I am so excited. We finally got the ad revenue that I'm not going to put. The thing is, what sucks is that, like, I don't want to put ads because I'm like, but people don't like ads. But, like, at the same time, it's like, I want to get money for the videos that I make. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Do it to them. Anyways, if you want to learn how to play Daggerheart, it's on my YouTube page. I'm here. I show up everywhere else. So I guess just follow me on the socials because I'll let you know when I'm on something else. Actually Sunday we're going to do the final episode of Wild Magic West. And I got these 2 amazing folks, Meadow and Daniel, in the cast. And boy, do I... Oh, man, it is a wild episode. Wild episode. It is the most D&D episode we had out of the 4. We weren't supposed to have 4. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be on Sunday, over on Winter's Tales. I don't know what else. I'm also gonna make how to create a character in Daggerheart. It's coming soon. I'm editing it right now, but that takes forever.
Hell yes.
He says that every week. Bully him. Bully him.
Bully him.
Outside of all of that, we are gonna get a nice little raid over to Althaven. So
You might see a guy who looks a little bit like me, but he doesn't have a beard and his hair is a little weird. So just ignore that. But I guess they're playing some Marvel stuff, so we should go and support them.
I heard the GM.
Oh my god, maybe we should.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
I hear that
So-
GM sucks.
Shut up, Noir.
It's Noir. We're gonna hit that raid, so stay in the channel. We will we're gonna be raiding here once Cujo gives me the all clear,
Yes, I am.
and then we're gonna
start raid
see
button.
you all. We're gonna see you all next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific and all the other time zones.
Yeah.
And next time it's gonna be a
I'm
long
so
episode 'cause
excited.
we get to go all day. Yeah. Anyways,
So excited, Noir.
All right.
So scared.
First
gonna be
5-hour
great.
session confirmed.
Stick around for a second while we get that raid going. But in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. Fuck ice. No
fuck
kings.
ice, no kings.
And
Absolutely.
we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.